Today we're talking about the Bears' culture-changing victory, one of historic proportions, the 800th win in franchise history, second most all time. Records were broken in this one, and I believe we established the culture in Las Vegas. Ben Johnson talked about how the Bears are building something special in Chicago and how proud he is of this win. A crazy stat here: in Matt Eberflus's 3 years as head coach of the Chicago Bears, he only won one road game on a Sunday in his entire tenure. Just one road victory on Sundays for Matt Eberflus in nearly 3 full seasons as head coach. Ben Johnson has matched that total in just 1 month. The Ben Johnson effect is real. And our head coach has this team at 2-2 entering the bye week. Talking about our quarterback here, Caleb Williams only took 1 sack in this game, and he's taken just 1 total sack the last 2 games. In fact, after setting the franchise record last year as a rookie by taking more sacks than any quarterback in our history, through 4 games, things have changed drastically, as Caleb's 8 total sacks after 4 weeks is the least amount of sacks that any Bears quarterback has taken in the first 4 games the last 20 plus years. Crazy statistic and a real sign that things are actually different in Chicago. Caleb Williams is developing into a star right in front of our eyes, and some fans don't even see it. We still have people clamoring for Tyson Bagent. I love this fan base. They're the most diehard out of any fan base out there, but sometimes it's a little crazy. Caleb is ascending into a real superstar at the position, and his numbers continue getting better and better. I'm also confident in him when he has the ball late in the game. He's already etching his name in Bears record books, but he continues to get better and better, which is extremely encouraging. A 97.8 passer rating, 7 big-time throws, and an adjusted completion percentage over 70%. This is what we need from our QB, and Caleb has given this team chances to win and growing right in front of us. On top of that, through 21 games, he has the best TD to interception ratio of any number one pick in NFL history. The best in NFL history, and yet some fans still want to bench him. You can't really make this stuff up. But on top of that, his favorite target, Odunze, is setting the league on fire. He just became only the second Bears player in history to score a touchdown in all 4 of his first 4 games of the year. The only other player to ever do that was the great Walter Payton. What an accomplishment by Rome, who's already surpassed his TD total from last year and is ascending into the number one target for this team. He has 5 total touchdowns in 4 games, good for second best in the NFL. He also leads the Bears with 296 receiving yards and is clearly Caleb's favorite target. I love watching those two build chemistry together. Caleb to Rome is the connection we've been waiting for. But we really have to give some credit to the defense here, where after getting blown out in Detroit, they've really stepped up the last 2 weeks. They're allowing just 195 total passing yards per game, 1.5 touchdowns per game, and they're averaging 3 interceptions a game over the last 2 weeks. The Bears have 6 INTs in the last 2 games, and they're holding opposing quarterbacks to a passer rating of just 65.7. All while missing 3 of our top cornerbacks and multiple starters. No Jalen Johnson, no Kyler Gordon, no Terrell Smith, no TJ Edwards, and no Grady Jarrett. But Dennis Allen still managed to have this defense ready to go. Now, yes, we did give up nearly 250 rushing yards on the ground, but the pass defense and turnovers are big reasons why we won this game. Without it, no way do we get that victory on the road. The 2 guys who have to get a ton of credit are Kevin Byard and Tremaine Edmonds. Both had a 2 interception game and have made some big-time plays the last couple of weeks. These are both guys that Ryan Poles brought in via free agency, and they've made some impact plays the last 2 weeks, helping this team win 2 in a row. Can they keep it up? Kevin Byard now has 3 interceptions over the last 2 games, and he seems to be playing his best football as a Bear. But the guy not being talked about enough is Tyrique Stevenson, who after the first two games of the season was rated as one of the worst cornerbacks in all of football. He was giving up a passer rating of 158.3 when he got targeted, allowing a perfect quarterback rating. But since then, he's been playing like a man possessed. He has almost as many turnovers as catches allowed in the last 2 weeks. He has two turnovers, both incredible plays, ripping the ball out of Javonte Williams' hands for a forced fumble, and then an insanely athletic play against the Raiders, the diving interception. Two turnovers and just three catches allowed the last two games. He's been targeted a total of 12 times and allowed just three catches for 16 total yards. Just 16 yards total. Kind of crazy there. But he's been insane the last 2 weeks, and that's after allowing 125 yards in a TD the first two games. But since then, Tyrique has been a shutdown corner, allowing just 16 total yards with two turnovers and three pass breakups. He has been the MVP of our defense the last 2 weeks, and he deserves some praise, especially after fans were calling him another Ryan Poles bust after week 2. Tyrique has been awesome, and he's really helped out a secondary that has been extremely banged up. Got to give Tyrique some praise for that. But this is exactly what we needed to see from this football team. Growth on the football field. Guys developing and taking the next step right in front of our eyes. People talk about Ryan Poles not having any Pro Bowl players, but you can't deny how awesome Caleb and Rome have looked early on. Those guys have plenty of Pro Bowls in their future. You can't deny how great Tyrique Stevenson has looked the last couple of weeks. And in fact, you can't deny the promise we saw from our rookie second round pick, Ozzie Trapillo, playing his first snaps in the NFL and looking really good against Max Crosby, who was wrecking our offense before that. But there's so many positive signs here, guys. Reasons for optimism for the Chicago Bears going forward. It really feels like things really are different this time, and the Bears have gotten a lot better. But this win on the road, it really was a statement victory. And this is Ben Johnson's chance to define a culture here. This is a culture changing victory for the Bears. This is a game that last year we would have found a way to lose that game. But this team is different. Ben Johnson, I believe, is the right head coach, and we hired him at the right time. And this victory is more than just one win for the Bears. I want to thank my sponsor, Profit X, America's #1 peer-to-peer sports prediction market. If I'll give a bonus pick for the night, Justin Fields with an anytime TD or 50-plus yards rushing. I like Justin Fields' any rushing numbers tonight. Last time he played against the Dolphins, he set the NFL record for rushing yards by a quarterback in a game. Watch out for Justin Fields tonight. But use promo code SWIFT, get up to $200 in profit cash on all your plays for your first 30 days on the site. Terms and conditions apply. Bears are 2-2 heading into the bye week, but I believe this victory shifted the culture in the locker room. How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments. As always, I appreciate everyone who watches. Please hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.